In this episode, we see that the slime villain that All Might put in a bottle after he saved Deku last episode has escaped thanks to Kaken, Bakugo, who kicked the bottle in the shopping district. Now he's been captured by the villain who is using Kaken's quirk to cause chaos. After All Might tells Deku he can't simply say he can be a hero, which crushes him. All Might heads over to the panic that is happening over where the slime villain is. Deku is crushed as he cannot believe the words that came out of All Might's mouth. Even though Deku always knew, he still held on to hope. All Might arrives at the scene, standing behind a crowd. The crowd is waiting for a hero to show up to defeat the slime villain. There are heroes at the scene, but none can get near the villain. Empty Lady doesn't have enough space to work due to being huge and stuck between two buildings. The hero whose quirk is wood can't get near the villain because of the fire. All of the heroes have their own problems due to their quirks. I thought that was cool to see. It was nice that the heroes' issue wasn't because they were all scared to go save Kaken, but their quirks created the problem. Deku arrives at scene and notices that the slime villain is still around and blames himself. If he hadn't pestered All Might, the villain wouldn't have escaped, he thinks. All Might blames himself because he forgot about his time limit and because he was advising Deku. Deku notices that Kaken is the one that's been captured and after hesitating, rushed out to save him. This was a great scene because Deku has no quirk, therefore he can't do anything. He knows this and still runs out. Somehow Deku was able to find a way as he throws his school bag, which hits the villain. Deku tells Kaken that he looked like he needed help and this spurs All Might to act. After the battle, Deku walks home and stops as Kaken runs to him and angrily tells him he didn't need his help and that Deku shouldn't look down on him. He walks off angrily after that. I would have been nice to see Kaken at least say thanks after all. Deku risked his life to save him. Deku having no quirk makes his act even more heroic. All Might thanks Deku and tells him that top heroes' stories all for one common moment. It's the moment when their body moves before they can even think. Deku realizes he did that and cries because he's so happy. He cries because he realized what he always wanted his mother to say to him on that day. And this is great because All Might says what Deku is clearly thinking. You can become a hero, and the scene ends there. It was great to see the All Might realize he made a mistake about Deku and fixed it in the end. Deku was great here too. He had a lot of courage that has clearly built up over the years. He held on to that hope he had and now he's receiving acknowledgement. Acknowledgement from his role model. It was great to see him cry. You can see him taking All Might's words and relishing through his tears that he's been acknowledged. Deku's courage and actions in this episode proved to All Might that he can be a hero, and I'm interested in how their relationship develops from here. Let me know what you thought. Subscribe and comment.